Okay, we just entered Shaolai National Park, which you have to pay to get in, and there's a beautiful waterfall right here, which I want to show you. That's a natural waterfall, and it's very big, it's far away. You can hike down here and just pass all the way to the base of the waterfall, and they got like a pagado or whatever they're called, those Chinese gazebo things. Anyways. So yeah, I just finished making my alien water video. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes that's probably like literally like I've made what? Oh shit! Go left. I've made like a bajillion. You know, I've made like 400 or 500 videos, and that's my first time talking about something like that. But I like to, when I'm riding my motorcycles, I like to think about things, for lack of better words. I like to think about things sometimes, you know? Sometimes I like just to think. I think thinking is cool. Makes me feel smart. But yeah, if you want to talk about something kind of heavy, you know, this is, I don't know if I can convey the meaningfulness of this on video. Have you ever thought about in the beginning, you know, like I don't care if you're Christian or if you're a scientist, like either way, it's still scary and confusing as hell. Okay, like if you think about it, in the very, 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 very beginning, there had to have been nothing. And then for something to exist or to appear from nothing is impossible. Period. Okay? I don't care who you are or what you believe in. It's not possible. You can't have. I'm glad I'm recording this on video because I'm already lost. I'll watch the video later to figure out how to get back here. You can't have like a space with nothing in it and then for something to just appear in that space with no outside force or energy helping it to do so. Like, you know, you got to imagine you have like an absolute complete vacuum, just absolute nothingness, and then something just appears in the middle of that. And there's no outside force, there's no energies, there's no internal anything because there's nothing. So for that to happen is absolutely impossible. And some of you are thinking, you know, someone else could, you know, someone outside the nothingness could create it. Well, I've already said there's without any outside force. Because in the beginning of time, the beginning of existence, there wouldn't be any outside force because there wouldn't be any outside. We're talking about absolute nothingness here. And if you have absolute nothingness, and then for something just to appear in it, you know, and that's what that you know, the Big Bang Theory is one of the dumbest ass theories. It's you know. People think of it as like the theory to the beginning of everything. It's not the beginning of everything. It's the beginning of, and it's not even. It's the beginning of our universe, and it's not the beginning of the universe because the universe. They're saying the universe at one point was, you know, like a tiny little speck, and then that speck exploded, and then it expanded. Okay, that's the beginning of the expansion of the universe. That's not the beginning of the universe, because the universe initially was that speck. And who explains where that speck came from? No one. You know, like the speck, okay, that's just the eternal speck. It always existed, even though at some point there had to have been nothing. That speck's just always been there. So that speck, you know, the mighty speck. I'm not friendly. Would you like a kick in the head? 'Cause that's what you're about to get. Yeah, that's, you know, the almighty, all-knowing, not all-knowing, the almighty, everlasting speck just sat there for a few bajillion years. Actually, years didn't even exist, right? Because there's no time yet. Okay, it just sat there for a few whatever, and or many whatever, and then one day it just decided to like fart or burp or hiccup or something, and then it expands, and then, oh, the whole universe is created. Yay. You know, that's like the fucking, that's like the most half-assed explanation I've ever heard in my life. You know, like ask any of these scientists that are, and this, you know, like the Christians are going to be happy now, because that, you know, that's proof enough that there is some kind of a God. Because the only thing that's absolutely impossible is for anything to exist. And the fact that it does proves that nothing is impossible. Because at one point there had to have been nothing. And you can't get something from nothing. But that's where we are right now. So that's the only impossible thing, and it's already happened. So, and for something that impossible to have happened, then you got to think to yourself that there must be something greater than science. Because science, you can't get nothing from something. You can't get something from nothing in science. You can't. Ask any scientist to make, you know, something appear in an absolute vacuum with no external force, and they can't do it. So science does not in any way, shape, or form explain the creation of the universe. So, and we're already here. So, but anyways, yeah. But sometimes I think about it, even if you believe in like God, it's like, oh, it still doesn't explain. You know, there had to have been nothing at one point or another. You want to fight? You're looking at me kind of tough. Just kidding around. He doesn't understand what I'm saying. Meow.